Officer Connected Development Code, Hamzat Lawal, joins me on TVC News at 10 as we talk election matters. Mr. Lawal, INEC has met what you would perhaps call the first test in a series to prove its preparedness for the 2027 general election. Does this inspire confidence, or is it too early to take that position?
No, it's not too early. Good evening, and thank you for having me. No, it's not too early. This actually inspires confidence and also shows preparedness. And this is also in line with the 2022 Electoral Act. And I also believe that this has also put to rest some conspiracy theorists who are saying, or some mischief makers and conspiracy theorists who are saying, oh, they want to bring the election forward, and all the fake news, going around. So this actually inspires confidence, and this is good because with this timetable, it allows stakeholders to prepare. When I say stakeholders, I'm not only talking about the politicians who are vying for public office, but I'm also talking about our security agents, also observers, both internationally and locally, and the electorate themselves, because now people would now put a mental timeline to say in the next 365 days, we're going to the poll to select our leaders.
When you talk about bringing elections forward, like you mentioned earlier, wouldn't that have been a point for perhaps considerations that all pre-election matters should be completely adjudicated upon before the inauguration, such that the holders of the seat are not troubling themselves about court cases when they should be delivering the dividends of democracy?
And then again, I think that all we have to do as a country is set a timeline. Let's amend our laws in a way that we don't allow loopholes when you already swear people in, and then you remove them from their seats due to judicial pronouncement. So I think, again, this is, we've made progress and we continue to learn from the gap. So as we continue to amend our laws, particularly our Electoral Act, and strengthen the entire value chain and the process, hopefully we'll get to that point. But for now, so that we have a continuity and also leveraging on the 2022 Electoral Act, I think INEC have done well.
All right, and with the electoral amendment bill at its final stages, what fresh initiatives do you suppose it would inject into the coming elections?
I think first is maybe because now the joint committees are meeting on Electoral Act amendment, both from the House of Rep and the Senate. And what we might see is that they would agree upon electronic transmission of results. This is something we should look forward to. And also some of the other timelines around the windows for, timetable itself, but, other specifics. But I think INEC would live up to expectations, even if this new amendment come into force. All they have to do is just, procure some facility, work with NCC and telecommunications. That's if the electronic transmission of results is harmonized and passed and signed by Mr. President. But then again, this entire process will continue to strengthen our electoral umpire and the entire process to ensure transparency and accountability and building on public trust in the entire value chain.
Yeah, and just yesterday, the INEC chairman presented a budget estimate of 873.77 billion naira to the National Assembly for the 2027 general election. In the face of public scrutiny and increasing demand for electronic transmission of election results, would you say INEC is well on track to fulfilling this provision?
If you look at how much INEC used for 2023, it was about over 300 billion. And I'm not surprised that it's double that amount because we're dealing with inflation and the high cost of goods. And, some of these devices that will be procured with FX. So, we're going to procure using FX and, working with foreign partners. So I think that, yes, it's important that we provide INEC these resources so that they can meet their timeline and deliverable. And this would also help them. And, when you look at experiences from observing election, one of our impediments as a people and as a country is logistics. And sometimes these logistics are delayed not because of INEC or the lack of capacity of INEC, because what we've seen is INEC actually has the capacity, they have the manpower, And, they've done this over and over again. And other countries have even come on case studies to come and learn from INEC. But we need to give them these resources, particularly financial resources. I was seeing growing interest, particularly informed citizens, with continued demand on INEC. So we must give them not only the support, but also the financial muscle that they need to deal with logistical nightmare and ensure they're able to mobilize, to deliver on their electoral mandate as prescribed in the Constitution.
Founder, Chief Executive Officer, Connected Development Code, Hamzat Lawal, many thanks for your time on TVC News at 10.
Thank you for having me.
When TVC